All right, if you've been watching the markets lately, you know the semiconductor industry can be a total roller coaster. But just recently, that roller coaster didn't just go up, it went vertical. We saw a sudden, massive rally in chip stocks that really got everyone's attention. So what exactly just happened?
Okay, so it all kicked off with this one number. On January 28th, the Van X Semiconductor ETF, which is basically a basket of all the big chip companies, shot up over 3% before the market even opened. Yeah, a jump like that, especially before the opening bell, that's not random. That's a huge signal that something major is going on.
So naturally, that leads us to the big question, right? What on earth just lit a fire under the entire chip sector? And here's the thing. It wasn't just one piece of news. No, it was more like a perfect storm of amazing developments, hitting the supply side, the demand side, and the geopolitical world all at once. Okay, so the first couple pieces of this puzzle came from two international heavyweights, and they both dropped some absolutely blockbuster earnings reports that really shook things up. First up, we've got the Dutch company ASML. Now, you got to understand, these guys are critical. They build the incredibly complex, mind-bendingly high-tech machines that companies like TSMC and Intel need to make the world's most advanced chips. They announced amazing earnings, but the number that really made everyone's jaw drop was their new orders, a record-smashing 13.2 billion euros. The market went wild, sending their stocks soaring over 5%.
And get this, at almost the exact same time but halfway across the globe, South Korea's SK Hynix, a giant in memory chips, the kind in your phone and in all those data centers, was also posting record full-year profits for 2025. And just like ASML, their stock jumped more than 5%.
Okay, so we've got incredible news from the folks who make the tools and the folks who make the memory chips. But the third piece of this puzzle? Well, it involves the undisputed king of AI chips and a pretty dramatic geopolitical twist.
Man, this is where the story gets really interesting. It's a total reversal of fortune. See, not that long ago, new U.S. export rules targeting China put Nvidia in a really tough spot, threatening a potential $8 billion hole in its sales. But then, boom, a bombshell report drops. China had apparently given the green light for its tech giants to buy Nvidia's super powerful H200 AI chip. I mean, what a game changer.
And the market didn't wait around. It reacted instantly. Nvidia's stock popped 1.6% in pre-market trading as soon as the news hit. It was just a crystal clear sign of how vital that massive Chinese market is for the future of the world's top AI chip designer. All right, so let's recap. We have three huge, positive headlines for three totally different companies. But are they really unrelated? Not at all. There's a powerful current running underneath, connecting all this good news together.
And that powerful current? It's all about a massive global shortage of memory chips. Demand for everything, from new smartphones to the giant data centers powering AI, is just off the charts, and it's outpacing the world's ability to produce them. For a company like SK Hynix, this is basically a dream scenario. It lets them drive prices and their profits through the roof.
And this is where you see the beautiful chain reaction, the ripple effect. It all starts with this explosion in demand for AI and all our electronics, right? That creates the memory chip shortage, which sends profits soaring for companies like SK Hynix. So what do they do to cash in on this? They have to expand production fast. And to do that, who do they call? You guessed it. They place these gigantic orders for new machines from ASML. See, it's this incredible virtuous cycle.
So, when you step back and pull all these different threads together, you get this really fascinating picture of the entire global tech landscape. It gives us a super clear signal of where everything is headed.
If there's one big thing to take away from this rally, it's how deeply connected this whole industry is. Nothing happens in a vacuum here. The success of an AI chip designer in America directly pumps up the profits of a memory maker in Korea, who then turns around and writes a huge check to a machine builder in the Netherlands. It's incredible. A boom in one corner of the world literally lifts the entire ecosystem.
And that leaves us with the big question, the one everyone's asking now. We're seeing demand like never before, record profits, overflowing order books. I mean, the engine of our digital world is just firing on all cylinders. It's running hotter than ever. So for investors, for engineers, for all of us who depend on this tech, the question is, how long can this boom last? Is this a new, sustainable supercycle, or are we getting close to the peak?